let's go forward and go hard.
You are now tuned in to the Ether Network. Live.
Hello, once again, it's your friend, your boy Dogweed, man. And of course, I have the lovely
Miss Jazzy.
You better say it right.
Whatever.
No
Lil
doubt.
Jazzy, Miss Jazzy. Don't matter what you call me, just make sure it's respectful.
Special guest.
Yes, 2 special guests.
My lovely cousin,
Don't claim him.
Mrs. NK.
Ah, yes, in
Holla.
the building.
And we also have a special guest on the phone,
That's
Mrs.
right.
Sarahca, all the way from Arcadia, Florida.
Go ahead, Miss.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing, Miss Sarahca?
I'm good. Working on being great.
No
Ain't
doubt,
nothing
no
wrong with
doubt.
that.
That's the move. So let's get into this small towns need poetry thing.
Exactly.
Night draining. Oh, I should say NK. Ooh, excuse me. I heard you would be performing that night. Are you going to be singing, sweetie?
Yes, I am the official singer for Small Towns Need Poetry too. Miss Sarahca, she actually recruited me off of one of the shows.
What song will you be singing?
That's for when you get there.
Oh, man, I thought I was going to get a sneak peek, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially
There
exclusive.
you go, NK. There you go. I like that.
Oh, you backing her up. Oh, my God. So how you doing, Miss Sarahca?
I mean, listen, I'm doing good. I'm getting ready to wake up to the weekend of Small Town Needs Poetry too. So
Yes, you
it's
have
always.
you got a big weekend this weekend.
Exactly. Mother's Day and everything. What made you want to do this show on that day?
Because I am a mother and I'm a poet and I love performing and I love poetry. I love the art. So one of the things that always makes me, feel good, it purges me, it gives me some type of life, revitalization.
No doubt.
Is poetry. So, mothers, I mean, I'm a single mother at that. So on
Shout
Mother's
out.
Day, I'm like, why not give the mothers something to, boost them up, self-esteem, give them a reason to get dressed.
Look forward
fly,
to, right?
Yeah. So,
Exactly.
Okay. So what got you started in this movement?
Well, I'm a small town girl. I was born in Arcadia, and Arcadia being a small town and not having the art, poetry be in that area. When I left Arcadia, one of the things I always said is that I never wanted to go back home if I didn't have anything to contribute to
True.
the community.
True.
So I left and, went abroad and got into the poetry scene and the arts and just fell in love, found my place, found my purpose.
Okay.
And it was one of those things that, actually one of my business partners who I work with, Shug, who is the president, owner of Court Street.
Okay.
He's a classmate of mine, and he actually mentioned it to me. One day I just so happened to be in town. Like, I see what you're doing through social media. You should try to come and do it here. And I was doing, poetry events, different events in South Florida.
Okay.
And I had felt like, no, I don't know how they'll react to it, and it just marinated, and then,
You
I
took
went
it
to
back to
sleep and
Arcadia?
woke up. I went to sleep and woke up, and God gave me the vision of Small Town Needs Poetry too. So
That's a great name.
Yeah, I love the name. It's actually coined. It's mine. I own it. So,
I can't steal it. You sure I can't borrow it for like a day or two?
I mean, listen, anybody can steal anything. It's fun.
She's like, the price is right.
Yeah.
We can work something out.
Right. So the lineup you have for this poetry event is kind of nice. I'm looking at it right now. We have it on the screen. We see you're hosting it. We also see a couple of artists that you have on here. You want to speak on some of these artists that's going to be speaking for that night?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now, can I speak on all of them?
Go ahead.
Yeah, rock out.
All right. So I got the lovely Maha Adachi, who is
I've never been able to say that.
Thank you for pronouncing her name so much.
No problem, no problem. I see how you did my name.
Oh.
So Maha Adaki, she is a vet
She's
in the
bad.
poetry community. I look to her for so much. She's so powerful. She's great at what she does, and she
No
loves
doubt.
what she does. So
Okay.
I'm looking forward to people seeing her for the first time. It was not her first time coming to small town, but it's her first time coming in the element as far as with erotic poetry.
Is she from Florida?
She is. She's from 305, Dade County.
No doubt, no doubt. That's what's up.
Who else we got?
Yeah, so we got Devery Brooks. Devery Brooks, listen, this man, he is so phenomenal. He's a musician, he's a poet, he's a comedian, he's my mentor, he's a friend, he's everything, and he's so dope. Anytime he touches the stage, it lights up.
Oh,
and
he real
makes sure-
multi-talented.
Oh yeah. And when when people come to the show, his main objective is to make sure you leave and have a good time. And it's felt from the time he touches the stage to the end of the show. So
No
it's
doubt.
always dope to have him on the lineup. I also have Too Nasty.
Yeah, I see Too Nasty up here all swole up on my screen, man.
Only one with no shirt
Hey,
on.
man.
He's for the ladies. He's for the ladies. He's for the ladies. It's Mother's Day. I have to make sure, I'm giving them something to inspire.
The muscles, huh?
So,
Well, good look out. Good look out. We appreciate it.
The muscles, huh? You messing it up for the skinny guys.
You gotta get your swole on.
He's from Pompano. He's down from South Florida too, and
Okay.
he's a writer. He's a writer. He's a dancer, and I just love that his vibe and how he gets the crowd going. He's not shy.
Okay.
And that is
Okay.
one of the things that I definitely wanted to bring that element out. And then of course we have Ty, who is our live artist who will be painting a nude model during the show. So he's always dope because you would think that it would be a distraction. But it's the way he
that's what my mind went at. That's totally.
I know.
Totally.
I know, but
It's me.
I know, but I think once people get into it's something used. I mean, the human body is an art form.
That's
period.
right. That's right.
And it's not something to be, for me, it doesn't gawk at it. Like you can marvel at a beautiful woman and just see the art in it before you actually put anything on it. And then after he does, it's a whole other thing. So I'm excited to have him. And of course, we got Small Town Needs Poetry 2 house singer, Miss NK. So it's an amazing show.
No doubt, no doubt. You got a full lineup, man. That's gonna be a night to remember.
Oh yeah. And then we got some open mic people hit it, and then we are excited, super excited about having our celebrity guest host for this show, Phil Mob.
Okay.
Yeah,
Phil
no
Mob in
doubt.
the building.
Yeah, I take my hats off to y'all for that, man. That's gonna be great, man.
How did y'all come about linking that up?
Well, my DJ Skull, the best DJ in the business. My DJ, he is he's so on to
Number one,
what
man.
we're doing
One of
with
the best.
small towns and how we're doing it. And one of our missions with Small Towns Needs Poetry too is to make poetry something that people aren't afraid of, and that they draw to as still being a good time. You can come out and have a good time going to a poetry venue. And what happened with, I'm a big fan of Phil Mob, and they're country. One thing about they are country. They're called country ghetto. So they're actually working with Strong Arm down here in South Florida. They're actually working on a new album. So, and that, DJ Skull is the official DJ for Small Town Needs Poetry 2. It's one of those things where, we just so happen to be linked with the network. And
It's good to know people. It's good to know people.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, shout out to DJ Cole and Strong on radio.
Shout out DJ Skull, man, all day long.
Yes. Exactly.
And don't think that the poetry is like the old school poetry where after they do the poetry, you know, you snap your fingers.
Oh, be
or what you think? No, you know, that's like they've took it to a whole nother level. They've brought it back up to a younger generation. So now it's more.
It's more reinvented.
Yeah, you're gonna have the music, you know, and it's like real music. You know, they have the rewind. It's like. It's so much more than the old school snapping your fingers. It's a wonderful show.
Snap, snap. Hey, I like to snap, okay?
You can snap if you want.
Be the only one.
Okay. Be looking like a goofy.
One thing about it is that, you know, so for me with poetry and the poetry thing, so many people have a preconceived idea of what they think it is.
That's right.
And when they get there, I always say first, I'm a black woman in America, and I bring a lot of urban black people, and I really want our story to be told. And you know, our story in poetry isn't going to be roses and red, violets are blue. For the most part, we don't know any roses that are red and violets that are blue. So we talk about what it is that we go through. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the people who come, they're relatable because they're actually going through the same thing that a lot of people in that audience is going through. We just say it in a different way. We put it in a poetic form, and it rhymes, and it sounds good, and it makes you feel good, and it makes you feel like you're not the only person.
That's right. That's right. Because you have singers who put it in songs. You got R&B. You know, you got rappers who put it in rap.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And they have their own bass and stuff like that. So poetry is more... Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Poetry puts it in a different way, but it's also the same. It's all the same fashion. You know what I'm saying? It's just converted. You know what I'm saying? So no doubt, man. I tip my hat to y'all for this thing right here, man. 7 p.m. is when the doors open,
and 8 o'clock is when the show starts.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
We'll film up.
So y'all make sure y'all get there. Y'all make sure y'all get there early. Mm-hmm. Anybody who come and get there early because it's erotic poetry night, and the theme is a lady in the street and a freak in the sheet. So that means foreplay starts early.
Oh, Lord.
You gotta get there early.
Wait a minute. Wait.
She just threw you all off. Like,
this me,
you should
man.
see his face.
This me now. You say the theme is a lady in the streets.
And a freak in the streets.
Y'all so bad.
Let me tell you something. I've come to realize that a lot of people are...
Are what? Are what, NK?
Tell it, sister.
Free yourself.
A lot of people are freaks. Whenever time you put erotic on something, people show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they show up for it.
Of course.
G'd up.
I'm going to show up for
Top
it.
hat.
Ready. Like, ready to go.
Hey, Jazzy,
I
we
was
knew
gonna,
you was
I
coming.
was going to show up just because too nasty.
See that? See that? See that?
I was sold on that one.
You
See what I'm talking about?
I mean, Phil Mom helped, but too nasty just
Stood out for you.
I'm going to tell that man to
I
hide.
have to watch you.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
I ain't doing nothing. Just looking. I'm leaving the credit card, the checkbooks, everything at home.
Sarahca, what I wanted to ask you... Sarahca, what I wanted to ask you was, is Phil Mob doing any performing or speaking at the poetry event?
Well, you gotta come to find out.
Oh my God, you just like NK. Oh my God, y'all keeping secrets from me. I got to pull up, huh?
You got to pull up. You got to
You gotta come to find out. Listen, one thing about it is, you know, I'm a businesswoman. I'm a lover of the arts. And one of the things, I grew up watching HBO Deaf Poetry Jam.
Right.
What I loved about what Russell Simmons did was that he brought poetry out and he made it something that people could relate to, but he used different celebrities to do that.
Right.
And you didn't even know that these celebrities actually wrote poetry or that they liked poetry.
Right.
And, you know, not to say that I'm anywhere near what Russell Simmons did, but I do want, you know, people to know that there are lovers of poetry who you have no idea that, you know, they like poetry. They write poetry.
Right.
They feel it. So, you know, having them come out, you know, we've had other Well, I've had one other celebrity come out, and it's looking to be something that I want to do more often. And I really just want people to come and see it. Like, I can't tell you if they're going to perform. I can't tell you what they're going to do. It's one of those things like, come and enjoy yourself and come and see, because it's one of those things, if you're deaf, you're going to appreciate it.
Right.
And if you're not, you won't miss it the next time.
You're going to miss out.
That way.
So, in the event of doing this, say like, I want to give you a long attention span, but in the next 3 years, where do you want to host this event? Do you still want to keep it in Arcadia? Are you looking to branch and stretch out somewhere else? Doing multiple, like pop-up shops, you know, something like that?
Travel through cities, doing tours, things like that?
Well, actually, the Small Towns Needs Poetry 2 is an initiative, and we are in Avon Park. We had it in Sebring, and we just found another location in Avon Park, and we actually alternate months with Arcadia. So Arcadia is 1 month, Avon Park, Sebring is the next month.
Okay, so y'all switch back and forth.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, and we recently, we was recommended earlier this year with the state of Florida Department of Culture, Florida Bills Culture, for a $25,000 grant.
Oh, good job.
God bless.
And we were recommended for it, and it had to go before the Senate and everything. And, you know, the budget this year, they cut the arts to 97%.
Oh, wow.
All the art programs, not just my grant, but any grants and any funding for the arts, for museums and different organizations, that funding got cut. So the idea behind Small Towns Needs Poetry 2, the initiative, is to go to small towns. It's small towns with an S, meaning we're wanting to go to other towns. We want to do the same thing we're doing in Arcadia, in Avon Park, and Sebring, and other small towns,
Right.
because they need just as much.
Right.
Again, it's now we're in Arcadia and we're in Avon Park, and what I don't want to do ever is to go to a small town and start something and not keep it going. This is something that I want the town that we go into to take ownership of and let it keep growing.
Continuously,
and
right?
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Oh, okay. Good.
Small towns need poetry, man. No doubt, man. Rattlers, man. 111 West Oak Street, Arcadia, Florida, man. It's going down, man. May 13th, man, at 7 p.m. No doubt. NK will be singing.
What's some social media so like people can keep up with what's going on or when the next event will take place and stuff like that? How can they find out more information?
Okay, so we have a website. It's the roundtableproject.org. The Roundtable Project, one word. And we have a Facebook page, Small Towns Need Poetry 2. And we are on Snapchat, Small Towns Need Poetry 2.
Okay.
On Instagram, Small Towns Need Poetry 2. And I'm trying to get this Twitter thing going, but, you know, 45 done killed Twitter for me. It's like I don't even want to get caught up in that.
You're supposed to like the tweet, man.
Yeah, like I can't, like it's like that's nobody you want branding your stuff. Like I'm done. I don't want to do
Yeah,
Twitter.
I feel you. I'm so sick of Twitter and stuff. If it ain't Donald Trump with this Twitter, then it's Kanye West, and then you got now where
Twitter where it's at,
where
man.
they
Twitter where
fighting
that
back
beef
and
at.
forth with all this Twitter beef, and I'm so sick of Twitter. Like I just closed
Twitter
my
where that
eyes.
beef be at,
If you're a
man.
person who don't even like the text,
Yeah.
Twitter is not for you.
Twitter's not for me.
Boy, Twitter has some stuff on there, man. No doubt, man.
And then anytime that they're doing a show, you can always go on my page. You can go on
Yeah,
What's
it's your
page,
social
man?
sites.
Well, yeah. What's your social sites? What you say?
I
go on
got
your
IG,
page.
you know, I'm on the IG as Nappyheads1109.
That way.
That way, you know,
That
and
part.
I'm always posting whenever they have an event, you know, and they put up the posters, I always put it on my page as well. Mona Brown, she's over Shut 'em Down Entertainment. She always advertise also.
Shut them down entertainment.
Yes.
Anytime the
yes,
show
Shut 'em
comes,
Down Entertainment.
that's right. Anytime the show comes to Avon Park, Shut 'em Down Entertainment, she's the one who actually post, put the flyers up, and she has different people passing out the tickets and stuff. So you
And
can
who was that
always
again?
Her name is Mona Brown.
Mona Brown.
Yes.
We said it.
Shut It Down Entertainment.
Shut it down.
Hey, listen. Shut them down entertainment. One thing I gotta say, they've been rocking with me since day one when I started Small Towns Needs Poetry too. And after the first show we had, Mona came up to me and was like, "Bring this to my town." And she set up everything, and I mean the hospitality, the way she treats the artist when she comes in, like it's a class act. And I definitely. I love her, and I respect her grind and what she does. And, she's also my business partner with doing this Small Towns Needs Poetry too. So I got a beast of a team, and I'm excited about them.
That's great.
What we got coming up. Shout out to Mona for what she's doing.
Well, shout out your team. Shout out your whole
No
team.
doubt, no doubt.
Matter of fact, who's all on your team?
Okay. So I got T Mac, and she comes Mac Sauce. She brings the Mac Sauce. And she's with Threes Up Entertainment. I got June Wall, who is Pressure Gang Entertainment.
Shout out June. We messed with June before.
June. Yes, and Mona Brown, of course, with Shut 'Em Down Entertainment. And we got Suge with Court Street. And, together, collectively, all of us, and I'm the Roundtable Project, collectively all together, we put together a nonprofit organization called the Art of Community. And
that's great.
We're all, just in this thing about taking the art to communities and using it as a tool to unify, to bring together, beautify, all of that. So
well, y'all got a master plan. Y'all like the Justice League out here, man. No
you
doubt.
gotta have a vision.
You do.
Whenever you're doing anything, when you have a vision, you make it happen.
That's what's
and
up.
you have to know where you're going with that vision.
Right.
That's whatever you do.
Well, I'm gonna be talking to you. 'Cause we got a vision for Squadboi TV. Some stuff we want to put together.
That's right.
Hey,
That's what you
listen,
do.
shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all for and bringing me on. And I'm always excited when people reach out and even ask to speak with me. I'm like, they want to talk to me.
No doubt, we got love for you, man. We got love, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yeah, man, we got love for this, man.
Nothing but mad love, man.
And
That's
this
what we do.
is really positive, man. This is really positive. It need to be out there to the community. A lot of people need to know about this stuff, man, because it could help the community and it can help change a lot of things about our community.
Yes,
Because we don't know, we don't have culture. A lot of
That's
times, in our communities, we don't. You look at poetry, you be like, "What is that?"
That's right.
Oh, that's a bunch
Exactly.
of weird stuff.
That's
No,
right.
we need to know this.
And
Culture goes way back. Art goes way back.
And
we need to know this
We
stuff.
started losing in the 2000s, and it really got bad. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's time for it to start coming back.
Absolutely, and I even break it down. I have a program that I run with teenagers called Hot 16, where I teach them the how to write. Those who want to be rappers, and I break it down.
You
to them.
schooling? I ain't mean to interrupt you, but I heard you was like helping people with bars. You schooling?
Oh yeah, we all around over here. We well around over here.
God, let me find out, man. You ghostwriting for Rose LaRue, man. Let me find out.
You know, one thing I appreciate about this whole poetry thing and the fact that, you guys are not just doing it in Arcadia or C4, but it also give our young people something different to look at. Have you guys thought about doing something for like the younger crowds? Because, young people are our future, and you have a lot of young kids out there that maybe you can mold and shape into that way and put an event together. You know what I'm saying? As well for the younger ones.
Absolutely. The game plan. The thing is, like I say, I run this program, Hot 16s, where I'm working with teenagers on how to write. And one of the hardest things to do when it comes to the youth is to get them to your event.
That's
and
right.
One of the things, the strategy behind it is if I get the parents first, then the kids will come.
That's
Exactly.
right.
I already know how to get the kids. And I do Hot 16 because it teaches rap. I'm teaching you rap.
Right.
And when people look at rap, first of all, rap is a acronym. It never was a word. It's an acronym.
Right.
And the acronym stands for rhythm and poetry. When we go back to the history of what rap music was, it just started from disco music in the break. And
Knowledge.
The people who would speak over the tracks would be poets. And they will be people who are saying things that rhyme, that feel good. And those are the poets. And it's just the evolution of what happened from that. And my goal was to teach the younger generation the history of rap music so they can appreciate it, but also understand that poetry is one of those tools that you can use to be great at what you're doing.
Exactly.
Well, you a boss at that, boy. That's nice. That's nice. That's great right there.
So yeah, it's definitely something that I'm definitely wanting to bring over to the Southwest Florida area. I actually live in Pompano, so I'm down in South Florida doing these things now, and it's with my team that I'm working with on that end, we are slowly bringing these things in, looking for different partnerships to make it more accessible. But right now, like I say, we really running with making sure the adults understand what poetry is. Mm-hmm. And I think we're going into year 2. This August will be 2 years.
Oh, really?
We've been doing it.
Oh, y'all been popping then.
This August will be 2 years. So we got some major plans and goals set up. So it's definitely something that working with people such as yourself and Squadboi TV and anybody who's willing to get involved with the arts and make the arts accessible to our communities and kids. This is something that we definitely want people to come on board and make it hot.
That's right. And we want to help y'all with that, man.
Exactly.
This poetry thing is really positive. It's a really good thing, man. People can really get something out of it. They can learn something from it, man. I'm all for it. NK already know I'm all for it, man. So most definitely you got Squadboi TV love, no doubt, man.
I want to back up. I want to back up on Ty Man. I want to back up. I got a few questions I want to ask. Okay.
Hey, Ty Man, listen, I took my headphones off. I ain't got nothing to do with this.
No,
right
it
now,
was too nasty. That's getting me there. But I got a question for Ty Man. Okay, when he doing these paintings, is it just on females?
Yeah, it's usually
Man ain't no female. That man ain't gonna paint on no dude.
I'm not asking like he paint. I'm saying like what I'm asking is it just on females, and when it been on females, like they have on like a bikini bottom, or is it like something that
they still have?
Because when you say nude, some people may be like, well, they just completely nude. So I want to clarify that they do have something covering the private area.
Yeah, they do have. They have on something that's covering the private area, but that is it. The bottom is covered. And it's just the front that's covered because the butt is very exposed.
Yeah.
It's very exposed.
It just covers the spot.
Yeah.
The spot.
Well, just let me know when y'all have somebody, a female that's gonna be painting dudes.
Oh gosh, here you go.
What I will say is that is in the making, and I honestly don't think that's something I need an artist to do. Like I can get you to come and paint two names.
Yeah, there you go. Boy, you
I'm already working on my paint strokes.
I'm glad you know who you talking to.
I'm working on my paint strokes right now. You ain't got to say no more. I done moved up from stick figures.
She gonna miss everything. She gonna be painting the man elbow and stuff.
Now I got other places.
Oh my gosh.
But listen, one thing I do want to say, can I do a disclaimer?
Oh,
Yes.
sure.
Okay. So when you guys, anybody out there that's wanting to come to this show, this erotic show, it is 21 and older. However, I say it's a 25 and older mindset because you just got to be grown when
That's
you
right.
come to this show.
That's right.
You
That's
got
right.
to be grown.
This is for the grown and sexy.
Adult.
Not you kids.
Grown and sexy.
Not
This
you
is for the
kids.
grown and sexy. No kids allowed.
21 and up.
That's it. Like, we don't have kids in the other room and we can't talk because they're going to hear us. So I need everybody to understand that when they come out, come and have a good time, come with an open mind, and,
Enjoy yourself.
enjoy yourself, because I plan on enjoying myself. I really do.
No doubt, man. And we
All right,
enjoy
yes,
having
yes.
you on the phone, man. Most definitely, man. This was a blessing.
Yes, we do appreciate you stopping in, chatting it up with us, giving us
Small
some knowledge.
towns need
That's right.
poetry.
That is Mother's Day on Sunday. Starts at 7 p.m. Well,
With
the door
Miss
opens at
Sarahca.
7 p.m.
NK will be
Yes.
singing. And we have special guests all across the board, man. So make sure y'all go there, man.
Check it out.
Mother's Day, man.
We
in
outta
the
here.
building.
We in the building.
Squadboi TV, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Love.
We out.